And a privilege resolution declaring Philadelphia the City of Sisterly Love 2020 in tribute to the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution recognizing women's suffrage.
And also today's calendar. Chair recognizes Councilwoman Gilmore Richardson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know most of you will anticipate that my remarks will be centered around my beloved mentor, Blondell Reynolds Brown, but if you want to hear those, you can join us at her legacy event tomorrow. So today, Mr. President, I introduce a resolution officially changing the nickname of the City of Philadelphia to the City of Sisterly Love for all of 2020, co-sponsored by the entire Women's Caucus of the Philadelphia City Council. First and foremost, this is in recognition of the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. More on that in a moment. This resolution also comes in collaboration with Visit Philadelphia, our city's tourism and marketing organization, led by Jeff Gorsino. 2 days ago at the Met on North Broad Street, along with some of my colleagues, Councilwoman Sherelle Parker and Councilman Derek Green, Visit Philly unveiled a campaign called the City of Sisterly Love, complete with a Philly takeover of Times Square and a billboard proclaiming our new nickname. It was incredible. This is an example of what happens when city leaders in different sectors communicate, collaborate, and say yes, and Councilwoman Sanchez, and. When I learned of the marketing campaign, I said, I love it, and let's take it to the next level. A mentor of mine would say, this is what happens when you invite women to the table. But back to the 19th Amendment. Although the resolution is inspired by the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, the language does not shy away from acknowledging that the 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote in print, but not in practice. A vast number of women of color were still fully disenfranchised until the 1965 Voting Rights Act, a fact that continues to elude the narrative about the 19th Amendment. But if we're going to have a full, candid conversation about women's rights, the Constitution, our nation's history, and our future, who better to do so than Philadelphia, the city of sisterly love? And so, Mr. President, what I hope to accomplish from this is to encourage travelers and residents alike to explore Philadelphia and the contributions of women to our city, from our role as America's birthplace to our current role as the only U.S. city on National Geographic's must-see destinations of 2020. Bring your daughters, your husbands, #GirlDad, or plan a trip with your girlfriends. Go to the National Constitution Center to see an exhibit about the 19th Amendment, visit the Marian Anderson Museum, tour the Betsy Ross House, or support a restaurant or shop owned by a woman like our Comics and Coffee House, Aquaba Inn, and my personal favorite, Country Cooking Restaurant in North Philadelphia. And finally, Mr. President, I have to say to all of our male colleagues and allies, this is not about erasing men. It's about lifting up women, because we don't have to put someone down to lift someone up. Since 1682, we have been known across the world as the city of brotherly love. And to recognize a monumental breakthrough of women's rights, the sisters are asking you to please yield the spotlight for 1 year. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.